Hi, it's Jason. Here at iChoice, we haven't necessarily specialised like a lot of mortgage brokers do in assisting first home buyers. To be honest, at my age, I'm more helping first home buyers who are the children of my former banking clients, which is fantastic, but I really do want to start, particularly in this environment where rates are so cheap that first home buyers are really coming into the market. We are going to start having some information evenings where we go through point by point what's really important. One thing I wanted to mention today, I mean, there's so much to talk about to first home buyers, what kind of property, how the family pledge works, how saving works, how the banks look at you. This little clip is just talking about what's called rent vesting. So this is where people don't necessarily, they want to get into the property market, but they don't necessarily need to live in it. Now, for some of you who want to apply for certain state and federal grants that are available for first home buyers, there is generally a requirement that you live in the property that you buy for a period of 6 months, starting within the first 12 months. So in other words, you could buy a property, rent it out, and then in month 11, go in there and for 6 months renovate it, live in it, that kind of thing. But a little point that if you're living at home or you're happy where you're renting, you can get into the property market. Maybe you take advantage of that point by living in it for 6 months, have a party for 6 months, why not? Then move back home and start renting out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with whether you buy a home or an investment property, you've still got your foot in the market, right? Now, one thing I know is that when I first got married, Tina and I bought a little house and it took us like 4 or 5 years to kind of have children and stuff. And I kind of said to Tina, we were living in this house that we didn't do anything to it. It was old, there was no doors on the cupboards. I said, gee, Tina, we could have rented out where we bought for $600 a week and paid that $600 for a 1-bedroom apartment on Campbell Parade in Bondi Beach and had a bit of a party while we were, young and free. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with buying a property, having your foot in the market and renting somewhere else at the same time. The net benefit won't be too different, which is often the case. I know if you do go and rent a place in Bondi, it's actually not too cheap because in these buildings they have gyms and swimming pools and the strata can be quite high, so it might be a big loan to kind of service to buy there and service that with your after-tax dollars. Might be better to buy something more manageable as a rental property and go and be a tenant in one of these buildings who get it really easy in these fancy complex places. So yeah, just a little note that when you buy something, you can rent it out. It will probably make it easier for us to approve the loan for you, so you might be able to get into the market sooner and you've got your leg in the market. Yeah, that's called rent vesting, apparently, renting while you're investing, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And I see a lot of people get a lot of success out of doing that. Ciao.